Welcome. What's going on, team? Welcome to tonight's isolation session for October 23rd, 2024. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Hope you guys had a great trading day. Gonna give everybody another couple seconds here to join since we started the stream a little bit earlier. Gave everybody a few minutes to join. For the newcomers, if you guys are new here, the pairs we're going to be going over are the ones that you see on the right hand side with the red flag next to their names, starting off with AUD, USD, and US oil. We will be going in order. So we'll be going over AUD, USD, EA, ECAD, EU, GA, GCAD, GJ, GU, US30, USDCAD, USD ZAR, gold, Bitcoin, and US oil. But if you guys have any questions about any other pair, whether or not they're on our list, just let me know and we'll add it. We'll do the breakdown. I'll talk about it. If you guys have any questions about any of the examples or explanations that I'm giving, just let me know and I'll explain myself. I'll draw it out. I'll give you guys, as much information as possible to make sure that this is making sense to you guys. Again, pretty much same thing that we've been saying since Thursday of last week. The breakdown for today is not going to be anything too crazy. We have a lot of gaps in the market. We have a lot of pairs just consolidating. We have a lot of pairs moving against the overall trend. So it's gonna be just a quick, updating our 30-minute time frames, talking about where we're at in the overall daily market makers pattern. Where are we? What are we looking for? Going into the 4-hour, update our 4-hour highs and 4-hour lows. The weekly outlook. Go into the 30-minute, obviously update our 30-minute highs and 30-minute lows. So shouldn't take us more than 30 minutes today. Again, I'm not gonna be ranting the way I did yesterday and how I usually do, but sometimes it's for traders it's a little bit easier to give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, let me respond 1 second to a text message. So yeah, some traders, they like talking about, or not even talking about, but beginner traders have more of a connection when you give them real life situations or real life examples than if we just, I'm not gonna say lie. The word isn't that I'm looking for. It's not lie, but it's more of a like making something up for an example, right? So again, I'm just gonna give everybody another minute. We'll give 30 seconds. We'll start at the 5-minute mark here on stream. But again, any questions, just let me know. We'll start off with AU, and then we'll go down the list. Again, should really only take us about 30 minutes. I'm gonna keep this simple for us. Pretty much, I'm gonna do my breakdown, or I'm gonna do this breakdown the same way I would look at my charts. Obviously, giving you guys a little bit more of an example, or giving you guys more examples than I would if I was just trading on my own, looking at the charts on my own. So you guys could also see the mindset and the mentality behind different trades and different pairs and why I'm looking at one pair compared to the other. We'll also talk about the GBPJPY trade that we took yesterday. If you guys were in the stream last night, you heard me talk about GJ being the only pair on my watch list, and you guys heard me talk about GJ having a potential entry during the Asia session. So as soon as I took that trade, I'm not even gonna lie, I went to bed and then I woke up and it was straight in profit. There was zero drawdown. It was a beautiful trade, right? It did exactly what we said it had to do yesterday. As soon as we had that break of structure of that 4-hour zone, we'll go over it now, so and we'll talk about it more in depth. But GJ was a beautiful trade. That's the only trade I was able to take. The only pair on my list that actually looked tradable, right? So we'll start off with AU. AU, we know we're in A2 in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third push to the bottom. We know that right now price is still giving us external higher highs and higher lows, right? So right now we're still moving against the overall trend. In the 4-hour time frame, we could see that higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then price went down and gave us a little inducement of the lows. Did not give us a break of structure just yet, but we could see that price is getting stuck in this area, right? We have no candle closures below the low. Price is still in these lows. We know we have a gap at the top of the market that we know price is gonna want to go ahead and start filling up. So let's just update our 30-minute. Again, I'm not gonna be looking to take any trades on AU until we fill this gap up, right? Once we fill this gap up at the top side, this is when I'll start looking to take those trades going back down to the bottom. But anything before that, you know, I'm good. I'm not gonna be. I'll let the professionals. How I always say every stream, right? I'll let the professionals take that trade. I'm not a professional. I'm still, you know, I'm still just me. I'm not going to. I'm not gonna put myself in a situation where I know I'm gonna lose a trade, or it's a high probability that I'm gonna lose a trade because of that gap. I'm good. Once price fills that gap up and we start making the moves, then I'll start taking those trades. But as of right now, I am not interested on AU. So again, I'm just gonna skip this one and go to the next one. EA in the daily time frame. We are in V2. We're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third push to the top side. We know that this is the low that price has been rejecting every single time we're at these lows. We're in a safety trade, right? We're in the safety trade area. However, in order for us to take a trade in the safety trade, what do we need to see? We need to start seeing higher highs and higher lows. We need to start seeing change of characters and break of structures, right? We need to see continuations. And right now, we don't have that, right? We already earlier, about a week or two ago, we had the change of character, we had the break of structure retest to then continue. And now price has just pretty much been in this range for the last couple days, right? So right now we have no continuations. We want to see a pullback. Outside of the pullback and outside of a continuation, I want to see a break of structure of the zone of consolidation. So I'm not gonna go ahead and, you know, take a trade on a pair where I'm still not looking for anything too crazy. I'm not looking for nothing on these pairs for now. So once again, for EA, we also know we're looking for price to bounce off the 50 EMA. So just putting all the pieces together, right? We know we're looking for a break of structure of the highs for price to continue, right? If we got a break of the high, it'll also be break and retest of the 50 EMA to continue that push to the top side, guys. So again, pretty much same thing we were talking about yesterday, same thing we've been talking about pretty much all week, right? It's what information do we need to have in order to keep trading as simple as possible, right? When do we know when to start looking for trades? Right now I'm good, right? Right now we know price is just moving sideways, right? We know we already had the change of character, we had the break of structure, we had the third push, we had the break and retest to continue, and price now has just been moving sideways, right? So I'm not gonna go ahead and start looking for a trade on a pair where at the moment, just look how price is reacting, right? Making you believe that price is gonna flip to continue the push to the top side, and then what happens goes right back down to the bottom. Makes traders believe that this is where price is gonna break lows to continue going short, and what happened? Price goes right back to the top, right? Gives you a rejection, does the same thing. Make everybody believe that, oh, this is just a little lower low, lower high to continue into a lower low, and then what happens goes right back to the top side, right? So I'm not putting myself in a situation to have to get into a trade and then have to babysit the trade for a few hours, even, you know, even if it's a few minutes, it doesn't matter, right? I'm not putting myself, as a trader, I'm not putting myself through that mental headache, right? Same thing we were talking about yesterday. I'm just gonna keep this super simple. The pairs that I'm not gonna be really trading, the pairs that are consolidating, the pairs that are in peak high or peak low territory, the pairs that are still have gaps in the market and they're moving counter trends, I'm not even gonna pay attention to them, right? So power back, your power's back, bet. What's good, Albert? I think I said hi to you already. Elio, what's good? What's good? Hope you're having a good day. Right, so we'll move on. EURCAD, we know we are in V1. We're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the top side. Before we could get the second push, what do we need to see? Well, the first thing we need to see is a break of structure of the zone of consolidation. We need to see a break of these highs. Did we get a break of these highs? No. We can see that again, price is just moving sideways, and we'll see that in the lower time frame. In the 4-hour time frame, we can see that price has just been rejecting lows, rejecting highs, going to the middle, rejecting highs, rejecting lows, rejecting highs, rejecting lows, right? The entire time. We have no continuations. We don't have 2 weeks of rise. We don't have 2 months of rise. We don't have 2 days of rise. Right now, price is just moving sideways, right? So not only do we not have a break of structure of the highs, not only do we not have a break of structure of the zone of consolidation, what else do we have? We also know that we still have a gap at the bottom of the market that price still hasn't filled. So once again, this pair, I'm gonna keep it simple. Am I looking for an entry on this pair? Absolutely not, right? We never had a change. We never had the break of structure after the change of character. We never had price break above the 800 EMA and give us the retest, right? We already knew. Again, same thing we talked about yesterday, guys. We already know this pair is not ready to start moving. So once again, I'll ask you guys the question: why would I put myself in a situation to look at a pair that I know we already know is not ready to move? So why are we even looking at it? Right? Before we could even start looking to take a trade, what do we need to see? A change of character and a break of structure. Do we have that? No. So what am I looking for? Am I just gonna look at it because it looks pretty? Like, I don't have that type of time. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be putting myself in a situation once again where what are we looking for? Why are we looking at a certain pair that we know is not gonna do anything? So either way, let's update our 30-minute highs and 30-minute lows. We're still making lower lows and lower highs, and once again, the first thing I need to see before I could take a trade is that change of character and break of structure. No continuations, we're just moving sideways, so we'll go on to the next one. Euro USD in the daily time frame. We are in V1. We're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the top side. And once again, same thing as the other pairs, right? We rejected the highs, go low, reject the highs, go back down to the bottom, reject the highs, go back down to the bottom, reject the highs, go back down to the bottom, rejected the highs again. And what is price doing? Going right back down to the bottom. So right now in the daily time frame, no continuations. I'm not looking for anything here. In the 4 hour, we know we're trading, right? Higher high, higher low. We had this break that happened here, higher high. These highs never broke. It gave us an equal high, right? We never had a break of structure, so we know that we're trading between this 4 hour low down here and this 4 hour high up here. We also know that this is a pair that we have 3 weeks of drop, right? But we do have a gap on the second week, and we have a gap on the third week that resets the trend. And what did price do this week? It just continued lower lows and lower highs the entire time, and we can see that in the 30-minute time frame. We've been making lower lows and lower highs since the 30th of September, and we're already on the 23rd of October. So for a month, we've already been, almost for a month, we've still just been doing counter trends. We've still been moving lower lows and lower highs on Euro USD. We know we had lower low, lower high. We had this break happened here, and all of this is part of the same trend. I'm not going to say that this is, you know, lower low, lower high, lower low. No, all of this is part of the same trend. So once again, am I going to be trading Euro USD? No. Before I could trade Euro USD, what do I want to see? I want to see a change of character. I want to see the break of structure. Once I get that break, that's when I'll start taking a trade. That's when I'll start looking to take a trade on this pair. For right now, I'm good. Right, I'm not even gonna entertain this pair. You know, we're still moving on down. Now, if we wake up tomorrow and we look at the chart and we start seeing, okay, cool, we got a change of character or whatever the case is, then I'll start taking a trade. But you know, again, I'm not gonna look for a position going long. A lot of people are looking at this right now. I know of you guys. I know how you guys trade. Oh, double bottom. Let's take this trade on double bottoms. Let's get in right now, guys. Let's go. Who's getting in with me? Come on. Right? How many people are trading that way? How are you trading that way when price is still giving you lower lows and lower highs? What are we trading here? Right? Are we trading what we know, or are we trading what we want to see? Right? Because if we're trading what we know, we would never take a trade like that. However, if we're trading what we want to see, yeah, of course, let's take this double bottom. Why not? We'll become a millionaire by tomorrow. This shit's going right back to the sun. Right? It doesn't make sense, guys. So once again, what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for the change of character. I'm waiting for the break of structure. I'm waiting for continuations. I'm waiting for more confirmation for me to be able to even get into this trade. Right? So Euro USD, I'm just gonna fall back on it. Right? Gonna sit on my hands, and I'm just gonna look for a better chart. I'm gonna look for a better pair. Again, very similar to yesterday. We went through all the pairs yesterday, and out of every pair that we went over, what did we find? We found one pair that looked picture perfect. We took the trade, and we're eating. That's it. We ate. We never went to draw down. We didn't even have to babysit the trade. Right? The trade was talked about on the live session. I took the trade. I think I took it during the session as well. And then I went to bed. And then I woke up and I'm like, oh shit, we're in profit. That's it. It was that easy. Trading should always be that easy. If you're about to enter a position and you're thinking about it a million times and you're anxious and you're nervous and you're constantly looking at the charts because you don't know what's going on, you shouldn't be entering a trade. right? You shouldn't be entering a trade. GA, we're in V2, we're in the second zone of consolidation. We're still at the top of the zone of consolidation in an uptrend, so we know this is not the best spot to be looking for a trade. However, let's go down to a lower time frame. Do we have any continuations? Do we have higher highs, higher lows? We have lower lows, lower highs. Right now, price is just moving sideways, right? We know we have 2 weeks of rise, but once again, this is a pair, right? Where, yeah, we have 2 weeks of rise. Are we expecting a third week high? Right now, it's not something we're expecting. Why? Because we have a gap at the bottom of the market. Did price fill those gaps in yet? No. So I will not be looking for a trade on GA until we fill this gap up. It's that easy. Once again, my rules are super simple, guys. Super simple. Right? I don't care that there's a double bottom. I don't care that there's an engulfing candle. I don't care that there's a fair value gap, a order block, a harmonic pattern, a bullish flag post pattern. I don't care what there is in the market telling me that price is going to go up. Right? My number one indicator right now on the chart is price action and what candlesticks are telling me. And there's a gap at the bottom of the market that we know price is going to go ahead and fill before we could even continue the trend. With that being said, am I going to be looking for a trade on GA? No. Super simple. That's it. I'm not even going to look at this pair. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. Once again, yes, we're in an overall uptrend, but we're at the high of the zone of consolidation. We're at the top of the zone of consolidation. Price is moving sideways. We have we have a gap that reset the third week high on the 4-hour time frame. We have a gap at the bottom of the market that still hasn't been filled. So right now, again, it's just a dream for me to take a trade here. There's nothing for me here to take. I don't care that there's a EMA bounce. I don't care that the EMAs are crossing. You know, whatever rules you guys want to go ahead and start saying, it doesn't matter. Did we fill that gap up at the bottom of the market? No. Okay, cool. I'm not taking a trade. Right? Again, it's just like coding, right? When you're coding a website, if this, then that, if that, then this, if this happens, then this has to happen. It's the same thing with trading. The exact same thing with trading. If the gap is not filled, there is no positions to be taken. You cannot take a trade if the gap has not been filled. And those are my rules. Once again, why are they my rules? Why do I say that? Because again, there's people who do take trades when there's a gap in the market. And okay, sometimes they come out as winners. No problem. Right? However, with my back testing, with my experience on the charts, I realized that a lot of the trades that I used to lose is because I'm not focusing on the gaps. Now, the trades that I do win is when the gaps are filled, and then we start looking to take those trades. So right now, I'm just waiting for those gaps to be filled. I'm not in a rush. Right? GCAD is another one that I'm just going to skip. We're in level 2. We're in the second push to the top side. We already broke out of the first zone of consolidation. Looking for that second push to the top side. However, yes, even though we could still see internal higher highs and higher lows, I want to see a steeper pullback happen in the daily time frame. We still don't have a pullback in the daily time frame that I'm comfortable with. You know, the fact that we're at the highest point right now in that level 2 push, I was not expecting this week to give me that third week push to the top side, which we also talked about on the Sunday session. So everything right here on this pair, right, I'm not expecting a 4th day push from yesterday because again, where are we? Right, not only did we not get a change of character break of structure, right, but we also know that we're at the top of the market. We're at the top of the second push. So we already knew, we already understood that this is not the best place to look for a trade. Right? So again, GCAD, there's nothing to update. We're still trading between the same 30-minute low and 30-minute high. Price is still giving us lower lows and lower highs. I'm not going to be trading it. I'm only looking for a pullback to happen on GCAD. Now GJ, beautiful trade. Where did I get out? I got out here. This red candle here. Right? It was a beautiful trade. We'll talk about it. Once again, daily time frame, where are we? Daily time frame, we're in peak high territory. We're in the highest point in the market. We know that we're still trading between the previous higher high, higher low. All of this is part of the same trend to this higher high. So in the daily time frame, we're making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Right? Perfect. That makes sense. However, in the 4-hour, looking at structure in the 4-hour time frame, we know that we're trading lower low, lower high, lower low. So remember what I was saying. Once price gave us this push to the top side and gave us this lower high, look how many times price rejected these highs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different times. In order for me to take a trade, we've been talking about this for the last 3 weeks. Again, this is not something that we talked about yesterday. This isn't something that we talked about in hindsight, this morning. No. You guys want to go back and watch every single session that we've done since September 30th, the week of September 30th. You guys will hear me say, before I take a trade on GJ, what do I need to see? I need to see a break of these highs. I've been saying that for 3 weeks. Did we get the break of the high? Yes. We got the break of the high. Did we get the retest? Not only did we get a retest, we got an inducement of the lows. Not only did we get an inducement of the lows, we also got a 372. I mean, this is what picture perfect looks like. Take a screenshot, guys. This is the Mona Lisa for traders. Not only did we get a 372, but in the lower time frame during the fucking Asia session, during our time here on stream, what did we see? Change of character, the break of structure, the retest. We got an engulfing candle. We had price move sideways. That's it. What else are we talking about? Right? What else are we looking for? That's it. Right? We want to go a step further. We got the 50 EMA on the 30-minute time frame. Right? Again, when all the rules line up and everything starts playing exactly how it needs to play out, everything just gets so much easier. Right? Why was my TP number 1 at the 372? Because I understand that after 3 days of rise, market must either go down or move sideways. We understand that after 3 days of rise, the market only has to give you that 3rd day push before price goes down. And what did I do? I secured a little bit of profits in TP1. What did I see? Green candles straight to the top until where? STP, which is at 119 pips. At 119 pips, did I close out? No, because again, all I saw was green candles all the way to the top side. So what did I do? I closed 75%. And everything else that was left running, I already have my stop loss at break even and profit, and I have my TP running. Now, by the time that I woke up in the morning at 6 a.m. and I saw that we were up here, perfect. I was looking for TP number 3. Obviously, I didn't think price was even going to go remotely this high. However, I also did not think price was going to go straight to the 4-hour time frame, to the 4-hour high, which is up here. I know that we're going to get a pullback. So from 6 a.m. all the way to 9:30, I was looking at the chart. I was babysitting the chart. And what was I looking for? I was looking for my indications that price was going to start going down. And what was that indication? Well, as soon as we started throwing wicks at the top, and what do we start making? Lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. That's when I got out of the trade. That's it. It was that simple, right? There's nothing more, nothing less. We had 0 drawdown. Entry was in the 5-minute time frame. We had a 10 pip stop loss on GJ for 205 pips. Show me somebody else with those type of stats, please. Don't show me one guy who did it once and can't do it again. No, show me somebody who's doing this shit constantly every single day on stream, please. I beg. Right? So let me go ahead and delete some of these drawings. I'm done with these drawings here. So that's it, guys. We got the break, we got the retest, we got a 372. Perfect. What else do we need? That's it. So GJ, I'm already done looking at GJ for the week. For right now, I'm waiting for a pullback. Once I get that pullback, that's when I'll start looking for a trade. Where am I expecting that pullback to happen to? I'll be expecting a 4-hour pullback, since this is a 4-hour structure, right? I'll be looking for a pullback somewhere within the 50 EMA. Do I think it's gonna give us that steep of a pullback though? I don't really think so. But I guess we'll have to wait it out and see, right? We'll have to wait it out and see, wait out what market structure wants to do. Again, after 3 days of rise, I'm not expecting price to continue to push to the top side, so I'll be looking for a day where price either just moves sideways or gives us a pullback, and then we'll get in on those pullbacks to continue. Again, guys, any questions, let me know. Again, I know this session specifically is going to be one of those quick ones. Once again, I'm not looking at a lot of entries, especially not now coming into the election month. You know, I'm taking it easy. I already lived through an election year and trade as a trader. I've already seen how the markets get manipulated. you know, it happens. Can you explain the 372? Yeah, Adrian. So we'll go back to GJ here. So 372, what does that mean? It's 3 days, 72 hours, right? A 372 is whenever price with the trend, right? For example, what do I mean with the trend? Again, GJ is a pair that we know overall is in an uptrend. So I'm personally, I don't trade against the trend. So on a pair like GBPJPY that we're in an uptrend, I'm only looking for buys, right? Very similar to AU, right? AUDUSD. AUDUSD is a pair that's overall downtrending. So I'm not looking for buys on AUDUSD. I'm only looking for sells. So when I'm looking for a 372, what does that mean? Right, a 372 is just whenever the market gives you 2 days of rise, right? You're looking for a third day. That third day is a 372, right? And then vice versa. If you're looking for sells, if you're looking for shorts, if you're looking at a pair like AUDUSD, for example, that's downtrending, when you have 2 days of drop, right? 2 days where the market consistently drops, you'll be looking for a third day low, right? That third day low is what the 372 is. So for example, on AU, you had 1 day of drop, 2 days of drop. On the third day, you're looking for that third day push to the bottom, right? Let's look for another example. Right here, we have multiple days of drop, but we have a gap. So I'm not going to get into that to confuse anybody. But let's just go back and let's find one that's with the trend, right? So you see how price is counter trending, moving up, right? So then let's go to still. This is where price has been moving up and just giving us a pullback. Boom, perfect. Now with the trend, right? Let's start from the top here. So these circles that you see here are the gaps in the market that we had that reset the trend. And you see how every time we had a gap, price just continued. That's why I don't want to give this example here because I don't want to confuse anybody. I want to find one that's crystal clear, but there hasn't been anything that's been crystal clear in the last couple months. We could use this as an example, right? A zone consolidation is the easiest way to give as an example. So we had 1 day of drop where price fell, right? We had the second day where price fell. On the third day, all we're looking for on the third day, right? This is a good example of that 372. The reason why I'm not looking at STP, the reason why I'm not looking at the ADR is because all price has to do is give us a new low for the day, and then price could do whatever else it wants to do. However, in this case, price gave us the third day low and then ended up on a day of rise. Now, again, with the trend, whenever price gives you a third day drop and then it ends on a rise, or even if it ends on a day of a no net where it just ends sideways, we know that on the fourth day we'll get that fourth day push back down to the bottom. And you can see that this is a trade that I took. This was on the 25th of June, right? And what were we looking for? That fourth day variation where price gives us another push down to the bottom, right? So that's pretty much what a 372 is. It's just a third day push to the bottom or a third day push to the top. Euro NZD, please. I got you. I go in order. I'll turn this one on now, and then once I finish with the pairs that we were doing, I'll go back into Euro NZD. I won't forget. I have it marked here. Yeah, make sure you join the Discord. You know, we do these sessions every single day, Monday through Thursday, 7 to 8 p.m. We do the live trading sessions in the morning whenever we have trades to take in the morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern, and then we also have our weekly market breakdown on Sunday. And then you guys could also request one-on-one sessions with either me or E, and we'll be glad to do those as well. Everything completely free. NZDCAD also, I got you. I'll turn that one on as well. Do this real quick. I saw it. Where is it? Right here. Sorry, I gotta take your favorite pair out. Sorry, what'd you say? You said NZDCAD. I got you, NZDCAD. Okay. It's free. Yep, everything is free. Everything we do is free, guys. Make sure that if anybody in our Discord hits you up, you know, if anybody with my name or with E's name messages you saying that, oh, we have signals, or there's a course, or, you know, I'll trade for you but we'll charge you, again, that is a scam. Please do not fall for it. We do not sell anything on our Discord. Everything we do is free. The one-on-one sessions, the daily live sessions, the streams, everything is completely free. So please do not get scammed. Good day, my brother. US30, I got you. US30 is one pair that's on our list, so we'll go over that now. Again, I'm gonna go in order with the pairs that we have on, and then, you know, the pairs that we just added, like Euro NZD and NZD CAD, we'll do those at the end of the stream. So GU in the daily time frame, we know we are in V1. We're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the top side. GU, we know that we did already break above the zone of consolidation, which means that we are starting to get ready to trade in the second zone, right? In the second trend, the second push, right? The second level. In level 2, what are we looking for? We're looking for price to bounce off the 200 EMA. So why does that help us? Because we already understand that, okay, we had 3 months of rise. After 3 months of rise, right, same thing for the weeks, same things for the days. After 3 pushes, we're looking for either price to give us a pullback or we're looking for price to move sideways. And what did price do is giving us a pullback. Where is price giving us the pullback to? Well, not only could we see higher high, higher low, higher high, but we could see that price is pushing down into a higher low. Not only that, it's pushing onto the 200 EMA. Perfect, right? We're already getting ready for GBPUSD, right? We already know that in the next couple days, man, look, as soon as GU gives me that change of character break of structure, we're going to be eating. That's all I know. I don't know about you guys, but as soon as GBPUSD gives me that signal that we're going up, I'm taking that. Right? And we know that in the 4-hour time frame, we had higher highs, higher lows, and higher highs, and right now price gave us a lower low. It's all good, no worries. Right? We still don't have any set lows yet. We're still trading between this previous high up here and these lows that are being set. We still don't have any set lows yet. We can still see price pushing down. But for the sake of the stream and structure, I'm just gonna keep this box here. And then in the 30-minute time frame, we could still see price giving us lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows. So once again, I'm not going to be looking for any trades on GU just yet. This is one that, again, I am going to keep a very close eye on this pair, but it's not one that I'm going to be trading. Once I see that price goes into our daily time frame 200 EMA, once I see that we finished that pullback, once I see price giving me change of characters and break of structures back to the top side, that's when I'll start executing trades again. But as of right now for GU, I'm just going to take a step back. I'm going to take it easy. And that's pretty much it, guys. There's nothing really else here for GU. Again, my number one place I want to see price pull back to is our 200 EMA here for that second push to the top side. Right before that, I'm not going to be looking for anything else. Goats was good, agent. Appreciate it. US30. US30 is another pair, right? I'm not going to be really trading it. We know we're in peak high territory. We're in the highest point in the market. We're in the higher high. We're looking for a pullback into a higher low. Right? Right now, this is one where, you know, we could still see price giving us higher highs and higher lows. There's no other way to explain it. Right? In the 4-hour time frame, we have higher high, higher low, higher high. Price then today gave us a 4-hour change of character, right? So let's add this real quick. Alright, let's do this. So we know that right now in the 4-hour time frame, we have a change of character. Now, does this mean that we're going to start looking to go short? Not yet. Not necessarily. Right? After a change of character, what do I need to see? I need to see that break of structure. So, I want to see a pullback. Once I get the pullback, then I want to start looking for the break of structure. And I want to only see this in the 4-hour time frame. Right, in the 4-hour time frame, we know that we're trading between now this 4-hour high and this 4-hour low down here. In the 30-minute time frame, we know we were in this little zone of consolidation, and we finally broke below that zone of consolidation. We had 2 days of drop. Once again, this is a very clean and clear example of a 372. Right, we had 1 day of drop. We had 2 days of drop. Price in Asia session going into London, price just consolidated and then pushed down and gave us that 372. Right, and we know that we were trading high, low, higher high, lower low change of character, and then price went up and gave us a higher high change of character, and we know we're trading between this high and this low. Right, and then now again we could go ahead and say that we are now trading between this change of character again back at the lows, and we're trading between this 30-minute high up here and these 30-minute lows. Now I already know if price gives me a break of structure of these lows in the 30-minute time frame, if price gives me these breaks of the 4-hour lows, then I already know, okay, cool, we can start looking for shorts. However, if price starts rejecting these lows and we start pushing on up, then we know price is just going to continue the uptrend push. And again, after 3 days of drop, what am I expecting? Am I expecting price to continue going short, or am I expecting price to either move sideways or go up? I'm not expecting price to continue going short. I'm expecting price to either move sideways for today, right, give us a no net, or I'm looking for price to push to the top side for today and give me a pullback. 78.6, yep, a 78.6 retracement. I'm assuming you were saying on GU. My bad, I just seen that message. Yep, it's also a 78.6 retracement on GU as well. So right now for US30, again, just taking a step back. I'm not gonna trade it for now. Just gonna wait it out and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how this looks in the morning. In the morning, we'll take a closer look at US30. USDCAD is another one. I'm not gonna be trading it. We're in V2. We're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third and final push to the top side. But once again, very similar to what we were looking for on GJ. Right? We're rejecting at these highs. How many times did price reject these highs and go right back down to the bottom? Every single time. Right? So what does this tell me? I'm not going to be looking for any trades up here. So I'm not even going to, you know what I mean? I'm not going to entertain it. We had 3 weeks of rise already. I'm not expecting price to continue to push this week. In the 30-minute time frame, we could still see price giving us higher high, higher low, higher high, right? Price then gave us this higher low over here and gave us this higher high over here. But once again, I'm not going to be really trading USDCAD just yet. So I'm just going to mark this up here and that's it. We'll go to the next one. I'm not going to entertain pairs that I'm just not going to be trading. Again, and that's same thing that I said yesterday, is also to help you guys, right? Because I've noticed, same thing I said yesterday, right? I've noticed that we could sit here and we could call out every single pair and talk about what we think is going to happen. And it doesn't matter how we say it, you know, whether we say we think this is going to happen or, you know, this is what could happen. People are just going to listen to, oh, it's going to happen. Like, that's what people listen to. And then I'll get a message 12 hours later talking about, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, brother, how did you take that trade when we specifically said this is not ready to take? This isn't a position to take yet. Doesn't make sense. So, you know, to keep my mental stable and to help you guys not get confused as to what pairs we're looking at, I'm not even going to do crazy breakdowns on pairs that are not ready to trade yet. So you're welcome, guys. You're welcome. Doing you guys a favor. Thank you, no problem. So well, that was ZAR. I'm confused. I thought I was on. Did I do CAD already? My bad. That's what happens when I talk a lot. Yeah. So CAD, I'm not gonna be trading CAD. Yeah, right. So CAD is in the top of the zone of consolidation. USD ZAR. In the daily time frame, we are in V2. We're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third and final push to the top side. We know that USD ZAR right now, we're at the bottom of the zone of consolidation, so this is where we want to start looking for our safety trades. However, before I could take a trade, doesn't matter where I'm at in the pattern, what do I need to see? I need to see a change of character and a break of structure going to the top side. Do I have that? No. Right now, price is still giving us lower low, lower high, lower low, and right now price could still be in a lower high. So I will not be taking this trade just yet. In the 30-minute time frame, what do we see? Well, right now we can still see higher high, higher low, higher high. Right, so right now we're looking good, no worries. Right? But again, in order for me to take a trade on USD ZAR, would love to see price give us that higher high and higher low in the 4-hour time frame. Right? So USD ZAR is another one that for right now I'm not going to be trading it. Gold is another one on my list that I will not be trading. Why? Very similar to US30. We're in the highest point in the market, right? We're in a higher high situation. I'm not going to trade it. In peak high territory, the highest point in the market, or vice versa, in peak low, the lowest point in the market, I am not going to be trading. I keep it very simple. The rules are very simple, right? So let's see if we have any continuations. We already know we have 3 months of rise. This month, I'm not expecting price to continue to push to the top side. We have a week of rise last week. This week, we can see price pushed up and then went right back down to the bottom. We also know that in the 4-hour time frame, we have an engulfing candle here at the top side that price still has not tapped into yet. So going into the 30-minute, we have higher high, higher low. I'm not going to mark this as higher high, higher low, lower low. I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is say that this is all part of the same trend, and we have the change of character that happened here. So we have a change of character down here. Change this to red. And we know that we're trading between this 30-minute high up here and these 30-minute lows down here. And we have 1 day of drop, right? 1 day that price finally started going down. And we have a red bearish 4-hour candle. Bitcoin. We are in V2 on Bitcoin. We're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third and final push to the top side. However, with Bitcoin, when we go to the 4-hour time frame, we know that we are still trading between the previous lower low, lower high, lower low. Any of these highs here could have been the lower high. Specifically this high up here in the 4-hour, right, where price gave us a tap of the 4-hour high, which we'll see now in the 30-minute time frame. And as soon as price gave us that tap to the 4-hour high, what did price do? It gave us a change of character, lower low, lower high. Break of structure, not only of the zone of consolidation that we were in, but it gave us a break of structure and gave us a lower low. Right? So could we expect price now? Let me go ahead and delete some of these drawings here, man. I really don't like having all of this on my screen. So we know that we're trading between this 30-minute low down here. What is this? These 30-minute highs up here. And we had just 1 day of drop, no continuations. We'll just keep waiting this one out. And for right now, nothing. We have the 800 EMA. Price is still respecting the 800 EMA. Could this be where price turns around? We'll see that in the 5-minute time frame. Right, in the 5-minute time frame, we had lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character, higher high, higher low, and we could start seeing this break of structure already happening now. So could we be expecting a steeper pullback on Bitcoin? Absolutely. Still expecting this to continue that push to the top side. So right now for Bitcoin, nothing for now. Market doesn't open, or it doesn't close for another 20 minutes. So Bitcoin, we'll just monitor that one tomorrow morning. And then last but not least, oil. And then once we do oil, we'll go over Euro NZD and NZD CAD. So US oil is another pair on my list right now that I'm not going to be really keeping a close eye on just yet. We are in A1. We're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the bottom. And we know that we're at the bottom of the zone of consolidation. Not only are we at the bottom of the zone of consolidation, but we already have 3 months of price pushing down. So we already know that I'm looking for price to give me a pullback, or I'm looking for price to move sideways. In the 4-hour time frame, still looking good. We're still making lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And this is where price is giving us that little internal change of character to the bottom. Right? No continuations just yet. But in the 30-minute, we had a little zone of consolidation. We had a little inducement of the lows, and then price went up again, and then we're right back down in the middle of the zone of consolidation. So when it comes to these pairs, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Let's go ahead and do Euro NZD. So Euro NZD, let me see if I have this one updated. When was the last time I did a breakdown on Euro NZD? Let me see. So market maker's pattern on Euro NZD is not crystal clear, right? This is one of those pairs that I remember the reason I never had this one on is because the market maker's pattern on this one was iffy. It doesn't look good, right? So when it comes to the daily time frame, I'm not going to say anything about the market maker's pattern. However, looking at structure, we're still trading between the same pretty much zone of consolidation where we've been rejecting highs and lows the entire time, right? Every single time. So now in the 4-hour time frame, let's see what I have drawn here. Right, in this 4-hour time frame, we're still trading between the previous lower low and lower high that we have, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low. Price has not broken above these highs just yet. Price has not broken below the lows. We're just still sitting here, right? And we can see that the exact same thing that happened in the week of the beginning of September is happening right now, where price is just moving sideways, right? So what do we want to see? We either want to see price break these highs to continue, or we want to see price break these lows to continue going short, right? And then in the 30-minute time frame, we're in a situation where we can see, okay, we had higher high, higher low, higher high. Price then went down. Nothing broke the highs, nothing broke the lows. until we got here. Once we got here, price gave us another lower low, gave us this high and this low, and we're pretty much still trading between that same high and low. Price tapped into our 30-minute lows down here, and then internally we started making, right? We went from lower low, lower high, lower low to change of character, higher high, higher low, break of structure, higher high, right? And then what did we end up getting? Well, right now we didn't really get a break of structure just yet, or a retest, I'm sorry. But what could we see? We could see that price is giving us a potential pullback. So I would say just be very careful with this trade. Once again, since we don't really know the overall direction of the market. However, we're in a situation where could we be looking for an entry somewhere in these areas for price to continue to these highs? It could happen. Right, so Euro NZD, I would just be very careful with this pair, just trading it. But as long as you follow the structure, that's all that really matters. Right, structurally this looks pretty good, so just keep an eye on it. And then NZD-CAD, let's see, when was the last time I updated NZD-CAD? So NZD-CAD, we are in V1, we're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the top side. Oh, I'm sorry, I have a lot drawn here. Okay, no, this is not gonna work for me. Give me 1 second, I'm sorry. Alright. So in the daily time frame, let's color coordinate this off. So in the daily time frame, we had this break gave us this low and this high. So in the daily time frame, we know we're trading between this high and this low. In the 4-hour time frame, let's start from the top, from the back to the bottom. A 4-hour time frame would be very similar, right? We had lower low, lower high, lower low, and then we didn't really have any pullbacks. So the 4-hour time frame, we're trading between the same parameters, right? We had the break here, this break gave us this low and this high, right? And then in the 30-minute time frame, we could look at just structure, right? What's happening right now, right? We know that we had higher high, right? This is a situation where I'm not going to mark this as higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, right? This is, all of this is going to be part of the same trend, right? So we could say that we have changed this. Dude, come on. Thank you. Right, we'll change this to red since it's the 30-minute time frame. We never had a break of structure of these highs. This was testing, so I'm not going to say that these are significant highs, right? So we had this break, right? Change of character, all of this, right? Break, not even break, but right, low, lower high, lower low. Then this broke here, gave us right. This break gave us a change of character. Then we had this break here, and then this break gave us this low, change of character. Another break gave us this low, this high, another change of character. Right, we're trading between this high and this low, and then this low broke and gave us another change of character. So we know that we're now trading between this 30-minute low and this 30-minute high. We could still see price giving us pretty much lower lows and lower highs, which is what we're seeing in the 4-hour time frame. So right now, when it comes to NZD-CAD, what am I looking for? Well, okay, let's start putting all the pieces together. So we know that we're in an uptrend. We can still see in the daily time frame how we're making higher highs and higher lows. What are we looking for in level 2? Right? We know that we're looking for price to bounce off the 200 EMA. Let's put a green circle here. So right now we're in a situation, we're in a place where we want to start looking for these trades. And the 4-hour time frame, what is price doing? It's giving us higher high, higher low, right? Well, external, we know we're not trading that high and that low, but just looking at the candlesticks, looking at structure, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high. Could this still be a higher low? Yes. What do we also know? That this is where the 800 EMA is. Did we break below the 800 EMA? No. These are all testing candles still. So we know that in order for price to break these lows and continue going short, we need to see a break of these lows. Now, if price doesn't break these lows, this is where I'll be looking for price to do something like this, right, to continue that push to the top side. Now when we go to the 30-minute time frame, right, what do we need to see in the 30-minute time frame before we can start looking for price to go long? We need to start seeing a change of character, and after the change of character, I need to see a break of structure. So the fact that we're still not even remotely close to being able to do that, we have no continuations, price is still giving us lower lows and lower highs. This is a pair where I wouldn't be keeping a close eye on this one, right? There's a lot of confluence going both ways, and I can see how the markets are trapping traders in these areas. So any questions, guys, let me know. Personally, again, I don't have any pairs for tomorrow morning. No continuations, no 372s, no weekly highs, no 4th day variations. For the most part, I'm just looking for price for a lot of pairs to just give us a pullback, and then once it gives us the pullback, that's when I'll be looking to take a trade. So US30 might be a very interesting one. Bitcoin might be an interesting one for tomorrow as well. But I don't have anything on my watch list. Not that I can't, right? I just don't have anything on my watch list for right now that makes sense for me to go ahead and talk about and give you guys an analysis for. Again, that was pretty much GJ yesterday, and GJ was the only pair once again that we had crystal clear movements from. CAD JPY was also another one, but is not on my watch list, but is the exact same thing as GJ, right? CAD JPY gave us the rejections of the highs. All we were looking for was for price to give us the break of structure. As soon as price gave us the break of structure, it gave us the retest, and it continued straight into profit, right? Very similar to GJ. So CAD JPY and GJ were pretty much the only pairs on my list that, well, I wouldn't even say on my list. GJ was the only one on my list, but CAD JPY was also a really good one for today. But again, when it comes to tomorrow's trading, I don't have anything on my watch list. Again, I'll wake up in the morning. I'll let you guys know in the Discord if I'll be turning the stream on or not. If I don't turn the stream on, then it's all good. We'll be back again tomorrow night for this same session, and then we'll just continue the sessions, guys. That's pretty much it. So any questions, I'll give you guys a couple seconds here. Ask any questions, anything you guys want me to explain again, just let me know. If not, we'll be done for tonight, and we'll be back again tomorrow morning for the live trading session from 7 to 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. If no questions, hope you guys have a good rest of your night. We'll see you guys tomorrow. No problem, guys. No problem, guys. Good night. Good night. See you guys tomorrow morning.